Seattle. Look at the rain coming down.
I know, but I don't see any armed forces. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay, all right. What are they standing out there for?
Waiting for the flag to go away.
Huh? April in Paris and April in Seattle are very similar, showery but beautiful. And we have a beautiful night here tonight as fans head for wonderful Safeco Field for the middle game of this three-game series between the Mariners and the Detroit Tigers on salute to Armed Forces Night. All branches of the Armed Forces being saluted tonight by the Mariners and by everyone here with the American flag out in center field. We get set to play baseball. The Mariners winners last night, and this is game 2 of the three-game series. The Mariners and the Detroit Tigers. And to you all, we welcome you again one more time. The roof has been extended here in Seattle. A very pleasant good evening with Mike Blowers. I'm Dave Niehaus. And the Mariners waiting 10 games for an offensive
Yeah.
explosion. They finally got one in the 5th inning last night.
Well, they did. It was a nice game for the Mariners offensively, which has been the topic of discussion here in Seattle. You see a nice hit by Milton Bradley. He's been hot over the last 3 games, driving in another run. And then take a look at Rob Johnson. Little things really made a difference for the Mariners in the 5th inning of last night's game. Rob with the bases loaded walk, getting contributions from everyone. Jack Wilson, a nice sacrifice fly. Ichiro hitting things up. He's starting to swing much better. Up and down the lineup, but it was a nice explosion, a big inning. Certainly, with Felix on the mound, you had to feel good about things. But offensively, the guys, everybody contributed. Every starter at least it scored a run or drove in a run in last night's game.
It was quite an offensive show with the Mariners running away with it by a score of 11-3. Last night, they had their ace going, Felix Hernandez. Tonight, the shoe's on the other foot. But first of all, for the Mariners, Ryan Rowland-Smith will get the start for the M's. He's pitched well. The only thing that's bothered him is his control.
It has been his command. His last outing, 7 innings for him. He only gave up the 3 hits, but he also had 4 walks, and the 4 walks but cost him. He got his pitch count up. He had to lead the game. I know he wasn't happy about that, but I think he's thrown the ball much better against the Tigers. A pretty good club for a hit against a left-handed pitcher. He is going to have to get the ball down. I'm sure that's what he'll do and use his changeup as much as he can.
And we just briefly mentioned the Detroit horse going tonight. Justin Verlander, who led the major leagues in strikeouts last year, off to a little bit of a shaky start, but that's not unusual for him.
It's not. He's a power pitcher. He'll throw 98 miles an hour. Good changeup. He's gone to a slider now, right? He's only hitting 160, so look for the left-handed hitters in the Mariners lineup to do the damage. So far early in the season, they are hitting 400.
So the Mariners and the Detroit Tigers should be a dandy here tonight before, again, a very nice crowd on this cool and kind of wet Saturday evening in Seattle. Back, have a look at the starting lineups. The Detroit Tigers from the Central Division, the Mariners from the Western Division, right after this timeout. That gentleman, Major Marsanti, is a veteran of 3 different wars, and he threw out the first pitch here tonight. It's great to have Major Marsanti with us as he walks off the field, and the crowd giving him a nice round of applause, and all 4 umpires over to say hello to Major Marsanti. It's great to have him with us and all veterans with us tonight here on Armed Forces Night. So the M's and the Tigers, and let's look at the Tiger lineup, Mike.
For manager Jim Leland and the Tigers tonight, leading things off, it'll be the rookie Austin Jackson playing center field. Then Rayburn Giddy to start out in right field. He will hit second. Ordonez and Cabrera both off to hot starts for the Tigers. Gian, Inch, Sizemore, Laird, the veteran catcher, hits 8th. And Adam Everett, the shortstop, will hit 9th. And Ryan Roland Smith. See what he did last year. Off to a little bit of a tough start with his command overall, but has not pitched bad. His last outing just gave up 3 hits to the A's. And the defense behind him tonight, Bradley, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield. Across the infield will be Lopez, Wilson, Biggins, and Kochman. And doing the catching tonight will be Adam Moore.
So the Mariners big winners last night, and before the game, all the ceremonies and everything, one of the most haunting, lilting tunes that any trumpeter can play, I guess, is that of Taps. And it was played just before the singing of the national anthem as we look at Austin Jackson step in, the rookie center fielder for the Detroit Tigers. And I was kind of interested in the origin of Taps. And there's a breaking ball for a strike. Taps started in 1862, a Union general by the name of General Daniel Butterfield at Harrison's Landing in Virginia. He was the man who wrote it, a swing and a miss, 0-2. It replaced a French tune that had preceded it, For Lights Out. And ever since 1862, Taps has been our Lights Out song. And it's a phrase, or it's a musical number that anyone who's ever heard never ever forgets. 1-2 the count. And a swing and a pop foul off to the right and out of play. For some reason, that haunting song makes everybody think a little deeper.
I think it has to, doesn't it? My dad was in the service for 33 years, and I learned about it as a young man, so I would agree with you.
1-2 on Austin Jackson. And strike 3 called right on the inside corner. When he's on, that changeup is his best pitch, and he's throwing it for strikes.
I would agree, because Ryan is not afraid to pitch inside with his fastball, and it does a nice job of changing the different levels. And there's a nice pitch. Adam Moore framing it nicely on the inside corner. But his changeup, I think you're right, David. It's a devastating pitch when he's able to command his fastball and pitch down in the zone.
This is Ryan Rayburn, the right fielder tonight, and a happy birthday to him. He's 29 years of age today. And he's had his success against Ryan Roland Smith, a couple of home runs at 3 for 5. And ground ball to third. Lopez, no problem with that. So 2 away, the Mariners, who got off to a stumbling start, trying to get back to the 500 mark. If they win tonight, they could do that. And that's after everybody was about ready to jump off all the tall buildings downtown.
That's amazing. It's amazing sometimes the first week, first couple of weeks, even the first month, the roller coaster ride you can go on. And the guys certainly know that it's a long season. Don Wakamatsu, the manager, his job to keep these guys pushing forward and keep their confidence up. And as you mentioned, they won the series against the A's, and they have a shot to win this series now after winning game 1.
A ball, a strike to count on Maglio Ordonez. There's Jason Vargas, who pitched so very well a couple of nights ago. His next outing will come Tuesday against the Baltimore Orioles, who continue to struggle. Looked like they were going to win a ball game today and did not. The breaking ball is a little bit outside this time. Three and 1. So the Orioles are 1-11. Worst start they've had since '88 when they started the season, 0-21. Strike 2. Too high, so he lost him. And we'll have to face Mr. Cabrera. The last time out for Ryan Roland Smith, he just zoomed through the first 3 innings, retired 9 in a row. Then all of a sudden, his command completely left him. He walked 3 in a row. And time called for a second. As Adam Moore trying to get him back on the beam, back into that rhythm where he was throwing strikes.
When he walked the 3 in a row, the good news, I believe he just gave up the 1 run, so he was able to get it back together. And then it seemed like he just wasn't the same after that inning. He had to throw a lot of pitches to get through it.
And the 1-0. Swung on, fly ball to right field, and Ichiro's going to have room. And that will be that here in the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. We are underway. Good to have you with us to the bottom of the first. There's no score. Take me out to Mike Blowers, and we're going to be joined by ex-Mariner catcher Dan Wilson when we go to the second inning of play. Right now we go to the bottom half of the first. There's no score. Let's look at the Mariner list.
Standard lineup for Don Wakamatsu tonight. Ichiro, Figgins, and Gutierrez. Lopez hitting fourth. King Griffey Jr. a couple of hits in last night's ballgame. He'll be the DH hitting fifth. And it's Bradley Kochman. Adam Moore, the catcher, hits eighth. And Jack Wilson, the shortstop, will hit ninth. Take a look at Verlander, what he was able to do last year. 19 wins for him, ERA just under 3.5.
269 strikeouts. That led the majors. There's a line drive down the right field line. A fair ball into the corner. So Ichiro will have a ground rule double to start off the ball game on the first pitch.
Well, Verlander likes to throw his fastball. Ichiro jumps on the first fastball right down the line. Wasn't sure if it was going to stay fair, and I take a look at it. Just fair, and bounces up into the seats. Or ground rule double. Nice start for the Mariners. Let's take a look at the defense behind Verlander. Tonight it'll be Guillen, Jackson, and Rayburn in the outfield. Inge, Everett, Sizemore, and Cabrera over at first. He's off to a hot start this year offensively. And Gerald Lair will do the catching.
And Figgins taking his strike, showing bunt, but taking the walk back. Figgins had a big night last night and didn't have a hit. He walked 3 times, had an RBI, scored a run. Ichiro last night stole third base, so Verlander well aware of that. One. Don Wakamatsu, things looking up for his ball club, both on and off the field. With Cliff Lee, his simulated game yesterday. And Ichiro going to third. The throw to the third base, and he is safe. So So Ichiro, for the second game in a row, swipes third base. His third steal.
Because of Figgins faking the bunt a couple of times, you can see Inge in on the grass, and I'm not sure he gets back in time to put the tag down. You see him having to reach backwards. If he's able to straddle the bag, they might have been able to get Ichiro, but he ends up with a stolen base. Stole at third base last night. Steals it again tonight.
And a swing and a miss. That's a case of the throw beating the runner out. This time the throw beating the runner, but the runner was safe. And a good call, by the way, over there at third base by Brian Knight. Infield back, they're going to give up a run. Way outside. 3-2.
And this is what he does so well. He always slides to the back corner, and you can see how far Inge has to reach to try to put the tag on him.
Figgy, a fly ball to left field, shallow. Coming over, Guillen into foul territory. Tagging, here comes Ichiro. Ball dropped by Guillen, and the run comes in to score.
I think they're calling it a foul ball.
And it should just be a foul ball. And that's what it'll be. Guillen going in to argue that he didn't drop it intentionally. And he could have dropped it intentionally. Didn't make a difference, but he didn't.
That looks like a catch to me, and he dropped it on the exchange. And I don't know why Carlos would want to argue this. You give your pitcher another chance. Clearly, he catches it, and then on the exchange, he drops it.
That's a bad call by the umpires.
Yeah, because it's a run for the Mariners and a sacrifice fly for Figgins. But you can see on the exchanges when he drops it, it should have been an out. Sacrifice fly for Figgins.
And the umpire at third base, Brian Knight, is really a minor league umpire. He worked the plate last night, but he's a vacation fill-in umpire. And that's not to say, you know, they made the wrong call, although he did make the wrong call. I guess it is to say that. But even a veteran can make that mistake on that. So we'll do it all over again. 3-2. Got him. So one big out. And we'll see if that was a big call here in the first inning. It's a little early to say, Mike, that the Mariners have found themselves a number 3 hitter. But they certainly seem to be on the scent. They seem to be on the scent of a number 3 hitter, and his name is Franklin Gutierrez.
He's off to a great start so far this year, hitting .400 coming into the game tonight. He's done a nice job with men in scoring position. You look at his overall numbers last year, he hit 18 home runs, so he has some pop in his bat. Why not?
Infield up now for the Tigers. They're not going to concede the run any longer. Pitch. Drop that breaking ball right over the inside corner at the knees.
It's a small sample to look at, but the numbers against Verlander, right-handers hitting 167, lefties 400. Big reason why is I think that breaking ball, talking to some people about his breaking ball, they feel like it's improved, going to more of a slider.
There was another one he got for a strike.
It's right at the top of the strike zone. 11 pitches so far, 72% fastballs.
Come on, baby. Amen.
Fastball up and in that time. 95-mile-an-hour heat. job of the catcher there, Gerald Laird. Nice crowd, 25, 30,000 or so here tonight. Breaking ball and a base hit into left field. So that'll get the job done as Ichiro comes in to score. As Franklin Gutierrez just sizzles one by Inge into left field. Slider right out over the plate.
Nice piece of hitting by Gutierrez. It's difficult sometimes. Looks like this breaking ball starts inside, goes out over the plate. It is. A lot of guys end up flinching a little bit on that when you have a pitcher that can throw 97 miles an hour, but Gutierrez hangs in there. Again, the hot hitter for the Mariners hits the ball hard to get it by Inge.
So an early 1-0 lead, and Jose Lopez will be the hitter. Gutierrez will steal you a base. He's 2 for 2 stolen bases. They have given Carlos Guillen an error for dropping that ball. I don't understand that.
Well, they're saying that he should have caught it. They called it a no catch, and they're saying he should have caught it. So I think that he should have, too. In fact, he did. They just missed the call.
At any rate, the Mariners cash in and score the run. Too high, fastball. 2-0. Hitter's pitch here. That's barely outside.
And it looked like Verlander wanted the call, didn't get it. I think, the other thing, even over the first week when the Mariners struggled offensively and now the guys are out scoring runs, which is what everybody wants to do, the one thing they've consistently done is make pitchers work. They will take some pitches. They look at Biggins. He struck out here in the first inning, but he saw 6 pitches himself, and you have Verlander, one of the tougher right-handers in the league, even though he's off to a tough start. 18 pitches for him already here in the first inning.
Well, certainly that's one of the objectives of Wakamatsu is to get the pitcher to throw a lot of pitches.
Right, and I think
pitch count.
Absolutely. And last year was a struggle for them. They had a lot of guys swinging on the first pitch, but with the addition of Kochman, Biggins, Milton Bradley, Jr.'s always patient, but you added some guys to your lineup that are willing to take pitches. Don't always see the benefits of that right away, but over the course of the summer, it'll pay off for you.
Lopez has looked at 5, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the runner goes, swung on and foul back. Expect Gutierrez to be going again. There he goes. And a broken bat, little looper into shallow center field. Gonna drop for a base hit. And headed to third base, he will make it as Franklin Gutierrez. Well, I mean, once in a while you gotta have a little luck. And the Mariners have got Lady Luck smiling with them right now. That came so close to being a double play.
Well, you're absolutely right. Gutierrez takes off. By the time he finds the ball, he's already down at second base. just out of the outstretched hands of Everett, the shortstop, and Gutierrez takes off right away. Mariners have been very aggressive on the bases. They were thrown out a little bit on the road trip. But again, I think it's one of the things that they have to do as a club. Take some chances. Every now and then you're going to get thrown out, but overall it's going to benefit you. And here they are again with Gutierrez. The situation that you were talking about, they could have been a double play, and now they're in great shape, first and third with one out.
Junior had himself a couple of hits last night. I look for Verlander to challenge him here with a fastball. On the inside corner for a strike, and it was not a fastball. It was a change. And another breaking ball that's outside. '65-year-old Jimmy Leyland. Skipper of the Tigers. And Junior ground ball back to the mound, knocks him down. Throw to second base in time. Throw to first, not in time. A ground ball that literally knocked Verlander down. And Verlander made a marvelous play as he was falling down to throw it to shortstop. Almost ended up being a double play. Justin Verlander with that smile on his face. Lucky to come away from that unscathed.
Yep, takes a base hit away from Junior. Take a look at this. I'm not sure that the shortstop Everett stays on the bag to make this play up. Yeah, he drug his toe across it, but nice call. Almost a double play.
And all the while holding over at third base, Franklin Gutierrez. Milton Bradley, the hitter.
Milton, over the last 3 games, has driven in 6 runs. Got another base hit to drive in a run last night. Drove in a couple the night before that, and then the big 3-run home run back on Tuesday.
1-1. And a high towering pop-up out of play. Baldo Jimenez of the Colorado Rockies has a no-hitter as they go to the 9th inning of play in Atlanta. That guy can get it up there.
They'll rush it up like Verlander. He'll be in that 96, 97 mile an hour range. Good slider.
Milton, a swing and a miss, and a 97 mile an hour fastball. So the Mariners have to settle for the 1 here in the first, but they do get the pitch count pretty high for Mr. Verlander here in the first, and after 1, lead at 1-0. Thank you, Angie, and a very pleasant good evening again, everybody. Nice to be welcomed to our booth. One of our all-time favorites, Mariner catcher Dan Wilson. Welcome. Got a chance to see a heck of a ball game tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. It's great to be here. Great to be here with an old teammate, and great to be up here with a Hall of Famer. So should be a good night.
Mariners leading at 1-0, and there is a shot to left field, and on the run back there, Milton Bradley. At the crack of the bat was off and made the fine catch by the ball off the bat of Carlos Guillen.
Milton did a nice job of getting turned around a little bit and made a nice adjustment, made a nice play. What do you think, Dan?
I liked it. I wasn't sure in the beginning if he was going to catch it. He kind of got turned around, but you're right. He made a nice recovery, came back, and made a nice catch.
So one hard hit ball, one out. And this is Brandon Hinge, the third baseman.
Know you're busy with family. Have you been able to watch a little bit start the year?
Yeah, I've been watching, keeping track of the guys, and it's fun to see a couple young catchers that I've had a chance to work with over the last couple of years get their chance, get their opportunity. So it's been fun keeping an eye on them as well. So I like to see the hitting that's come around the last couple of days.
There's his changeup, and when he's got that, as we mentioned, it can be tough.
Give us a scouting report, Adam Moore. What do you think?
He's definitely he's the type of kid that's got all the tools. He's got a very strong throwing arm. He works very well behind the plate mechanically. He can block the ball, but he's a guy who can swing the bat. I think he's got some real upside potential with a bat in his hand, and it's just a matter for Adam of getting an opportunity, getting some experience, starting to feel comfortable up here, and when he gets to that point, I think we're going to see this young man take off.
And the other catcher, Bob Johnson, is an amazing story. How he comes back from 2 hip operations for crying out loud.
Yeah, that's tough. I talked to Rob about it, and he actually says he feels better now than he did before surgery. He feels a lot more flexible, can get to more pitches, and he's feeling good back there. He does such a great job, and the two of them together have a chance to work with each other and learn from each other. And I know they get along very well and can really bounce things off of each other. It's nice to have someone along the ride with you, and I know they use each other very well.
Playable. And Kotzman. 2 down. Tomorrow, when the Mariners and the Tigers get together, we're going to tip our caps to the youngsters here at Boeing Salute to Kids Day. All you kids 14 and under can dress like Felix Hernandez with your very own replica jersey. For tickets, you can visit Mariners.com. This is Scott Sizemore, the young second baseman, taking down low ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. And playable. And again, Kotzman. He get the honor. He doesn't drop anything. So here in the second inning, an easy one for Ryan Roland Smith to the bottom of this second. 1-0 Mariners. And today from Seattle, Seattle Mariners baseball on FSN is brought to you by Sterling Savings Bank. By Quest, high-speed internet. Get blazing speeds that won't burn up your wallet. And by your Western Washington Toyota dealers. For over 30 Toyota offers, visit buyatoyota.com. Mike Lowers, Dan Wilson, Dave Niehaus moving into the Mariner half of the second inning, and an easy fly ball by Kotzman into center field. So one pitch and one down as Casey Kotzman is taken care of. And we are approaching history down in Atlanta tonight. Ubaldo Jimenez of the Colorado Rockies is 1 out away from a no-hitter against the Braves. On Adam Moore. Some man from Texas. Only caught 8 games last year, and was really welcomed by the pitchers that had a chance to pitch to him. I think they were very impressed with the way he handled it.
Yeah, I think you're right, Dave, and that's so crucial. You know, when you have that relationship, that rapport with the pitchers, you know, you just can't put a price tag on that. It's when you go out there with a guy who's got confidence in you and you have confidence in them, things just work a lot better out there, and that's really a feather in Adam's cap. And I know Rob has that same respect down there in that dugout too. The pitchers like throwing to these guys, and that works well.
Who was the first pitcher you caught as a rookie of the Cincinnati Reds?
Wow, that's a good question. I don't know that I know the answer to that. The only thing I remember is the Nasty Boys bullpen. I had Rob Dibble a couple of times and late in the game.
Good play out there by Adam Everett.
About Scott Scudder. Scud, he was in that bullpen. Tim Leana.
Was Armstrong on that club?
Yes, he was on that club too.
American boy.
Yep. Tom Browning, who he could work a game in about 2 hours, maybe a sub 2 hour game if you let him.
Jack Wilson, a fly ball down the right field line. Cabrera runs out of room.
I remember getting a start one night with Tom Browning on the mound, and we go down and we're up before the game, and he's standing there on the mound waiting, and I'm waiting to squat down, and he keeps looking at the clock, and finally he gets started and starts pitching, and the pitching coach wanders down. I said, "What's Tom waiting for?" He said, "Ever since his perfect game, he starts 17 minutes before the start of the game."
Wilson, a base hit into center field. Well, let's check in with Angie at the Sports Desk. Find out about that game down in Atlanta. Angie. All right, thank you. Congratulations to Ubaldo Jimenez. We saw him this spring. And Ichiro fouls the ball backing out of play. First no-hitter of the new year, and we're not even 2 weeks into the new year, which kind of reminds me of Randy Johnson's no-hitter in 19 was it 1990? Not 1990. In 2000. This was the first of. It was 1990. It was 1990 when Randy pitched a no-hitter. Because that was also the same year that Junior and his dad went back-to-back with home runs in Anaheim. And in 1990, Randy's no-hitter was one of 9 no-hitters that year. And out there at second base. A little bit of a pitch out that time called by Gerald Laird, and Jack Wilson is nailed at second base. So here in the second, no runs, a hit, nobody left, and 1-0 Mariners after 2.
Good for you.
Moving into the third inning of play, the Mariners up 1-0. Time now for our AT&T trivia question, and it's a true or false question. Is this true? 3 Orioles players ended up on third base on one play, April of 17th, 1993. You can text A or B to 95323. True or false? I have no idea. What do you think? Think 3 have ended up on third base?
I would say because it seems unlikely that, yes, it happened.
They wouldn't ask if they didn't, would they?
Right, right.
And there's a strike at the knees to Gerald Laird.
Three of them were standing there. It probably turned into a double play, don't you think, Dave?
I would think so.
Somebody's got to be out with 3 on third, I'll tell you that.
2-1. And right at the knees, maybe a little bit below, but he got the call. An Australian film crew has been following Roland Smith around for quite a while. Doing a special on him with the Gwynny Show down under. And that big breaking ball, it's low. Full count, 3-2. And low on the side. So the number 8 hitter walks. That's not good news. Take me inside. A pitcher's meeting before the ball game. Pitchers, catchers, pitching coach all meet. They go over the lineup. Take me into that meeting.
Yeah, you know, I think one of the first things you want to look at is who's hot in that lineup, and you want to look at the guys in the middle of that lineup who you don't want to have beat you. And so the idea there is keeping guys off base that are in front of those guys, keeping the bases clean so those guys come up with nobody on base. Another thing you want to look at is you know, keeping the guys at the bottom of the order who might be struggling a little bit, going right at those guys and making them swing the bat and let your defense play behind you on those guys, and save your pitch count so you can get deeper into the ball game.
That's the reason I brought that up. Gerald Laird here has really been struggling, and he's not the guy to walk. In the air. So one down. American League West rival the Texas Rangers. They're going to visit the Mariners here at Safeco Field on Friday, April the 30th. Also, Felix Hernandez bobblehead night, presented by FSN. The first 20,000 fans taking home the second collectible statue of the 2010 bobblehead series. For tickets, visit mariners.com/bobble. Last night, certainly a big success. Almost 40,000 fans coming out to get the junior, the kid bobblehead. Austin Jackson taking a strike, and Jackson, the kid that came over from the Yankees in the Curtis Granderson deal. They can really go get a ball in center field, and Al Kaline is Hall of Famer, is one of his biggest backers, and thinks he's going to be a great one. Ball on 2 strikes down in the Tiger clubhouse. He looks like a young Mike Cameron.
You can play center field like Mike Cameron. They have a good one.
Real Cammy is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just got out of the hospital in Boston. Just cast a kidney stone surgically. Had to go in and get it. Went down and popped it up. To the way.
I don't know if you've noticed it yet, Dave, but have you seen the score from the Mets game today?
No.
It is now 0-0 in the 17th inning.
Wow.
The Mets are at St. Louis. 17 innings. Danny, how are your knees feeling about now?
Not bad if you're at a 0-0 game, but it's 10-10. You're feeling it a little bit more, I think.
That ball is off the glove of Adam Moore. Probably pass ball there. Wait and see how they scored. May have been crossed up. And it will be scored, a pass ball. Ryan Rayburn, a line drive, and again right at the left fielder. So Milton Bradley takes care of that. And here in the third, a 0 up on the board for the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the third, and we're still up 1-0. Good. Rainbow.
That was probably serious, too.
Felix Hernandez's salaries right at the end of that rainbow there. Right down the bottom. It's beautiful, isn't it? A beautiful rainbow here at Capitol Hill in Seattle. As we get set to go to the third inning of play, and Ichiro will lead it off. Second time through the lineup now for Justin Verlander. Ichiro swinging at the first pitch, and even around ground rule double. It bounced into a glove down the right field line. And has scored the only run of the ball game. And Ichiro rocket. That baby is going to throw all the way to the wall. So Ichiro to second base. Going to make the turn there. Head for third. The relay is not in time. So the Mariners get their second triple of the year. And Ichiro, you could see, baby, was going to throw that one into overdrive when he got to the bag at second. It's fun to watch him run.
Yeah, it is. That's a pretty good pitch, too, Dave. It looked like it was down low, and he just went down and got it. Drove it to that right field wall, and then it was off to the races.
The one thing that he knows is this home ballpark, and he knows out in the right center field, I don't care who you are not going to throw him out. He knows this is a triple all the way once it gets out to the warning track.
Sean Figgins fouls it off. Inns taking the bunt away, is in on the grass at third, but the rest of the infield is back. Actually, the first baseman, Cabrera, playing even with the bag at first base. And a fly ball into center field will get the run in. As Jackson makes the catch, here comes Ichiro. The Mariners lead it 2-0. Time now to give you the AT&T trivia answer. There was a true or false question. 3 Oriole players ended up on third base on one play. And you fans are right. You fans are 4-4 on the season. It did happen. Want to know? 3 Orioles ended up on third base after Chad Curtis trapped a line drive in center with the bases loaded. Angels catcher John Orton walked over to third base, tagged all 3 runners. Only one, of course, entitled to the bag, the one who originally had it. And the double play ends the inning. California third baseman Rene Gonzalez observes Harry's radiator was the last team I was on where I saw something stupid like that happen. A ground ball is shortstop by Gutierrez, and Everett throws him out. Harry's radiator was the last team that Gonzalez was on.
Well, they say never make the first or the third out at third. What if you make the second and the third out at third? Are you okay there?
There you go. Lopez, the hitter now. Easy roller. Inge throws him out. So here in the third, leadoff triple, sacrifice fly. Mariners tack on one more, and at the end of 3, lead it 2-0.
Dave Sims joining in with Dan and Mike. Good to be with you guys, and good pitching, timely hitting for the boys again. A nice roll they're on here, trying to win their 4th consecutive ball game.
Absolutely. You know, Ichiro setting the table there with that triple, and then Figgy just getting that nice line drive fly ball out to center field, drive him in. You know, that's the way they've been doing it here early in the games, and do it again tonight.
Good news, too, Mike. The last 3 games, with these 3 games that they put in the books here, the starting ERA 174, and Ryan's picking up right where everybody else left off.
He is. He's pretty sharp tonight. He's throwing a lot more strikes and getting through these innings a lot quicker than he has in the past, which is a good sign. Give the offense a chance to do something.
And as soon as you say that, a drive to deep left, and that ball's gone. Off the bat of Maglio Ordonez, who has really rediscovered his stroke. Max goes deep. It's a 2-1 ball game. Home run number 4, RBI number 9. A 6-time American League All-Star and a 3-time Silver Slugger winner.
Well, take a look at this last pitch. It's a breaking ball in the middle of the plate. Ordonez and Cabrera have been the 2 hot hitters for the Tigers. Those are the guys that you have to be careful with, and Ordonez, who's off to a great start this year, ends up making him pay for that breaking ball.
Ryan Rowland-Smith gives up a home run. Here's Cabrera. Cabrera last night 1 for 4, drove in 2 runs, had a big double to right field in the 4th inning off of Felix Hernandez. This is some kind of hitter here. 2-1. Ryan staying away from him. Now he's behind 3 balls and 1 strike. 398 feet on that home run by Maglio Ordonez. 3-1. Rifle shot, right field. Ichiro make the catch. That's a great effort. Good job. Good closing speed to get the out. That's a tough play. Gold glove form again for Ichiro. Coors Light freeze can. Take a look.
The hardest part about this, you see a line drive going into right. You don't expect the ball to carry this far. Ichiro gets a pretty good break on it. Nice play.
Tell you what, Blow, after that form, we got to get Ichiro out blocking balls tomorrow behind the plate. He really looked like he was in a good position there.
Foul ball off the bat of former Mariner Carlos Guillen. Nice job. Ichiro's having a heck of a night. A ground rule double, a stolen base, a run scored, and a triple and a run scored. Foul ball.
Usually look forward to that work in spring training every year. Get the pitching machine out there and start firing balls in the dirt at you.
Good news. I tell you what, you know, you set that jugs machine up at about 55, 58 feet like that. You know you're going to wear a few on the forearms for sure.
I'm going to say you can start counting welts before you go in. I know I'm going to have about 8 here, 9 here.
Yeah, but it makes you tougher.
Ball 2 strikes to Guillen. Got him. Second strikeout for Ryan Rowland-Smith. Both of them have been called tonight. Home plate umpire is Greg Gibson. Weather, it's getting warmer. Summer just around the corner, so lock in your seat at Safeco Field with a Mariners 16-game plan. You're going to enjoy many season ticket holder benefits and secure seats for the biggest games. So call 206-346-4001 during regular business hours, or visit mariners.com/16. Here's Brandon Inge. 2 down, a run in here in the 4th. Inge popped out to Kochman. Foul territory, his first time up. Big bender in there for strike number 1. Inge 0 for 3 last night. Strike 2. Ryan Rowland-Smith last time out perfect through the first 3 innings. That was at Oakland back on Monday. And then he said he tried to be too fine and got in a lot of trouble. Walked the next 3 men that he faced. Inge pulls one to Jack Wilson. Back towards the Kochman. That'll do it for the Tigers. Damage done by Ordonez, a leadoff homer. And we get a 2-1 ball game here at Safeco. Salute to Armed Forces Night. We want to make sure we get a shout out to the veterans at Pacific Care and Rehab Center. Big time Mariner fans. They watch and listen all the time. And say hello to all the men and women. Thank you so much for your service. Ken Griffey Jr. to lead it off, followed by Milton Bradley and Casey Kochman, 5, 6, and 7. Verlander's got 2 no decisions, guys. Largely, he's got his camo shoes on tonight. Ken Griffey Jr. Last night he had the silhouette of Jackie Robinson stealing home the World Series in '55, and tonight he comes back with the camouflage. Showed him to me yesterday. He's something for every occasion. You guys played with me. You're not surprised, are you?
Not at all. I actually like those.
Last night he had white ones with 42 on the back and the inside. You couldn't really see it on TV, but it had the silhouette of Mr. Robinson. He's gone on 3 pitches. 0 for 2 tonight. Verlander's 3rd strikeout.
Guys, I'll tell you what I like about last inning and Ryan Rowland-Smith. He gave up the solo homer to start the inning, but then 3 quick outs got him right back in the dugout. Almost ever to say, all right, you hit my mistake, but I'm coming right back at you. And that's the mark of a good pitcher.
Dave Sims, Dan Wilson, Mike Blowers here in Seattle. 4th inning. Here's Milton Bradley. Milton struck out on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball back in the 1st. Pitch in there. Let's take a look at our Geico quote. Bradley, I just feel like I'm in such a better place. Well, we could have told you that. Matter of fact, we did tell you that when he got signed. And I know I remember talking to Junior after the deal was made. He said, "What's up? You got this covered?" I said, "Yeah, we'll be all right." 2-1. Great moment for Milton to hit that 3-run homer the other night. Drove in a run. Those 2 wins against the Oakland Athletics. Last night went 1 for 4 with another RBI. 2-2 from Verlander. Just got a piece of it to stay alive.
Interesting to me, Danny, that you talked about Ryan Rowland-Smith and the mistake getting hit out. Sometimes I wonder if it really is a mistake. Because you're sitting there, you want to work ahead in counts. Ordonez obviously likes to hit the fastball. You throw a breaking ball up there to get ahead, and he hits it out of the ballpark. And I know what you're talking about with mistakes because I saw you come back to the dugout a number of times with Lou, so I know what that's like.
Pop up. Second baseman Sizemore's out to get it. 2 outs.
But do you understand what I'm saying with that? Instead of just serving up a fastball or trying to paint one and falling behind, figure I'll throw a breaking ball, he'll take it, and he ended up hitting it out of the ballpark.
Yeah, I think that's just a factor of Ordonez and the type of professional hitter that guy is. He's so dangerous. He'll drive the ball the other way out on you, pull the ball for a homer. He'll surprise you. Usually he takes that first pitch breaking ball. That particular time he was waiting on it, and that's what makes him a tough hitter. But you're right, it's a good pitch. I just really like the way he bounced back from that mentally and said, look, give me that ball. Let's get these next 3 guys, and we'll get back in the dugout.
That's one thing we've learned about Ryan Rowland-Smith. He loves to compete. He will battle you all the time. Aglio Ordonez starting the season a .312 career hitter. Kochman 0-2. Casey lined out to center field in his first at bat. Kochman 1 for 4, couple of runs scored last night. Took a high pitch, drives it to left field, and Guillen is there. Back a couple steps, and that'll do it. Verlander has a 1-2-3 inning. He's retired 6 in a row. Dan, we'll see you back here in the 7th inning. It's 2-1 Mariners here at Safeco Field. Nelson Cruz and those Texas Rangers, they're going to be here in Seattle on the 30th of April, May 1 and May 2. And it's also the time when the Mariners hope to have Cliff Lee back in the rotation. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. 2-1 ball game. Ryan Roland Smith gave up a leadoff home run to Meglio Ordonez in the fourth, and that was the third home run yielded this season by Ryan Roland Smith. Scott Sizemore, Gerald Laird, Adam Everett, 7, 8, 9 here in the fifth. Sizemore fouled out to Kochman. First time up. Line drive, that's a base hit. Second hit tonight for Detroit.
Take a look at the swing by Sizemore. It looks like it's a fastball down in the zone. Hits it hard into left field.
Big spot for Sizemore, replacing the always dependable Cito Polanco, free agent who left to go to Philadelphia, his second tour of duty with the Phillies. Here's catcher Gerald Laird. Slow start, he walked his first time up. 148 is batting average. Sore back last night. He had to go down and dig out an outside pitch, and they had that play where he dove back trying to tag Ichiro. So sore he had to sleep on the floor last night. And when the lineups were printed out today, tentative lineup was he and Avila. It was going to be either or, and then he got some treatment. His back's good to go, and here he is in the starting lineup. Detroit now 3 consecutive innings getting the leadoff man on. Third inning, walk, a home run, and the fourth a base hit. Up high, ball and 2 strikes. Just joining us, the Mariners got a run in the first. Franklin Gutierrez an RBI single, and then a sac fly from Figgins in the third, scoring Ichiro, who led off the inning with a triple. Wow, can you believe that? Zeros for 18 innings. Last time I checked in, it was 12 innings. That's remarkable. Ground ball, Lopez. Figgy, and that's all they'll get. Slow roller, couldn't generate the 2. They pick up the Alan Sizemore. Fielder's choice, Laird, 1 out. And this Wednesday, for as low as $14 per person, you can bring your family and friends out to the next Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package Night. Families of 4 to 12 can get a ticket, a hot dog, and Pepsi for just $14. So come on out. Plus, you'll see the Mariners meet the Orioles. For tickets, visit mariners.com/specials. Orioles in town Monday, and they're off to an atrocious start. Started the day 1-10. They lose again to Oakland for 3-1-11. Line drive up the middle, base hit. Adam Everett. First and second now for Detroit. Solid base hit for Everett. He's 1 for 2.
You can see the Tigers starting to get a little more aggressive, swinging early in counts. This is a pitch, not a bad pitch on the outside corner. Never hits it back up the middle.
Back to the top of the order here for Detroit. And Austin Jackson 0 for 2 this evening. But 2 for 4 last night with a run scored. The string, beautiful. 78 miles an hour, strike 1.
Ryan has had a really good changeup. Was able to get ahead of Laird with that changeup. Tried to come inside with a fastball, wasn't able to get it there, but came back with another changeup, and that's when he got the ground ball.
Off the end of the bat, 0-2. Ryan Rowland-Smith pitching against Justin Verlander. Gerald Laird at second. Adam Everett at first. Rowland-Smith battling against Austin Jackson. The 0-2 struck him out. Nice pitch. 2 down here in the 5th. That's strikeout number 3. It's also the second time Jackson.
And he goes right back to the changeup, pitch down. His location with his changeup has been really good tonight.
2-hole hitter Ryan Rayburn, 0 for 2, lined out to Bradley at left field his last time up. Mariners won 11-3 last night. Rayburn entered the game in the 8th inning. Nicely handled by third base coach Gene Lamont. Popped up right in front of us, right over our head. Bounces out. Somebody downstairs gets a souvenir. Two outs, 2 on, 0-2.
See, Ryan's topped out at 91 miles an hour in the game. Him at 70 miles an hour. That's probably his curveball. Change up somewhere between 78 and 81.
Ubaldo Jimenez throws a no-no for Colorado. First in Rockies history. 6 walks, 7 Ks. A check did not go. It's interesting. Gibson had been banging guys on that high strike early part of the game. 1-2. Ryan would love to get out of here right now with Rayburn, because he's got Ordonez on deck. 0-2. Balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Going back, Jack Wilson. He's there, and that'll do it. So a very good pitch by Ryan Rowland-Smith. The handcuff Rayburn pops him up, inning over. 2-1 Mariners.
Sea is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. The Tracer system uses 3 cameras to track every pitch. Graphical enhancements have been added to the EQC Tracer this season to give you more information and insight into the game.
Back here at Safeco Field, middle game, 3-game series with the Detroit Tigers. Mariners lead at 2-1. Gutierrez and Figgins with their RBIs. And Maglio Ordonez a home run for Detroit. Justin Verlander, a 19-game winner last year. Adam Moore swinging, first pitch. Loops one left field for Guillen, 1 out. Rick Knapp, pitching coach, and Gerald Laird said, hey, this guy Verlander is 1 game away, 1 really good effort away to get from getting on a roll. A couple of no decisions, going only 5 innings in each of his first 2 starts at Kansas City and Cleveland.
Well, and you can see that the issue was his pitch count. He was over 90 pitches to get through those 5 innings, and it looked like he was well on his way here in this game, throwing 28 pitches in the first, but he settled in, started throwing more strikes and working ahead of the hitters.
The biggest thing for him has been to be able to consistently throw the breaking pitch for strike. That's where he's been getting in trouble.
See his pitch count, 64 pitches overall.
Jack Wilson. Ooh, there thought he had a strike there. Wilson, a base hit to center field his last time up, was caught stealing to end the 2nd inning. Back up the middle again. Everett, nice play and a broken bat attempt for Wilson. 2 down. Take a look at the Banner Bank building to the future. How about Callie and Sams with the Clinton Lumber Kings? 3 for 6, 3 bombs and 3 RBI, including a walk-off in the bottom of the 11th. It was last night against Quad Cities.
Already has 6 home runs in 9 games this year.
That'll work. Here's Ichiro having a great night. Got his batting average up to 291, started at 261. Ground rule double down the right field line and a triple to the right center field gap. The itchy meter up to 14 hits now, en route to another 200 hit endeavor. If he gets 200 again, it'll be the 10th time he's done it, 10th time in a row. Here's a looper. It's in there. 3-hit game. He's a home run away from the cycle.
Well, you know, when he gets hot, he was going to get his batting average up over 300 again. It's probably there now after this base hit. Just dumps it into center field after hitting a couple of line drives into the right center field gap. And as Dave mentioned, stay tuned, a home run away from hitting for the cycle. He's been the catalyst in this game, scoring both the Mariner runs so far.
Batting average with that base hit now at 306. Here's Figgins, struck out, and a sac fly. Ichiro in the season, he's got 1 stolen base here tonight. He stole 3rd, so it's 3 out of 5.
3rd is a little bit easier to steal off of Verlander. He's pretty quick over to first base, keeps runners close for a right-handed pitcher. Saw Jack Wilson try to steal second. Back in the 2nd inning, he was thrown out by Laird.
Good throw by Laird, too. Boy, he popped out of there. Another looper. This one, Jackson will handle that. Ichiro gets on board for the 3rd consecutive time. He's a home run away from the cycle. More importantly, the Mariners lead at 2-1. brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local Safeco agent at safeco.com. Well, we had some ugly weather here earlier today. Now the sun is trying to set, and it's making some nice looks here at Safeco Field with the roof extended. Folks in straightaway center field getting a little bit of sun. Folks in right field. 2-1 ball game. Mariners trying to win their 4th straight. If they do, they'll be at the 500 mark. Maglio Ordonez to lead it off, followed by Miguel Cabrera and Carlos Guillen. Last time up, Mags got a home run to left field. This guy's an impressive hitter. Had a great career. Drives one to left, but not as far as the last one. Milton Bradley will settle under this one. Ryan Roland Smith, that's a big out, but he's still got another crucible in front of him here with Miguel Cabrera standing in. He's 0 for 2. Fly out to right, a line out to right. Broken bat one hopper, Jack Wilson. 2 down. Take a look at the Mariners calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Those Baltimore Orioles come to town. Then a quick road trip to the great city of Chicago and go to Kansas City. 2 of the fabulous stops in the American League Tour. Texas, Nelly Cruz and the boys come in, finish up this month. Keep him in the ballpark. It's not been easy.
He had his 7th, 8th.
He is rocking. There's Guillen, 0 for 2. Well, line drive at Milton Bradley had him turned around back in the 2nd inning.
That was a nice play by Milton.
Sure was.
Hooking line drive over his head. Did get turned around, but made a nice adjustment. Actually made the catch look pretty easy.
Geico Court we had last inning makes you feel good. He's happy here. He's, you know, team's put its arms around Milton. So is the city for the most part. And his bat has come alive this week. Had a good chat with him on Roundtable on radio a couple of days ago. Breaking ball in there for strike. Here's a look at what Smitty has done tonight. Two and one. Took a lot off of that.
He's shown a lot of confidence in his off-speed pitches, especially his changeup. But even there, he falls behind 2-0 and is able to throw a breaking ball over for a strike to get back in the count, and then comes back with a changeup.
Carlos Guillen 1 for 3, a run scored last night. 0 for 2 here. Good crowd on hand here at Safeco Field. The 2-2. Runs full. Guillen gets on. Brandon Inge is next. Rick Adair to his, on your right, is Eric Bedard. Best case scenario right now, I heard some speculation he conceivably could be on the mound for the Mariners around May 23rd, which would be against San Diego here at Safeco Field. Coming off a shoulder surgery. 3-2 pitch to Guillen. Missed. Third walk. Ryan Roland Smith. Hey fans, if you're looking for a way to save money in your commute, consider a Sound Transit ST Express bus. For route information, visit soundtransit.org. Brandon Inge. Player, good athlete. Catcher, outfield, third base. Locked in at third base now. For 2 here this evening. Popped up. Kochman will take a look. He might have a play. Looks like he does. And inning over. That's a third pop foul caught by Kochman tonight. Nice inning by Ryan Rowland-Smith. He's through 6 as the train kept a rolling all night long. One to Junior. 0 for 2 tonight.
And again, Verlander really struggled through the first inning. Ended up giving just the one run up, but through 28 pitches, and since then he's settled down.
Count evens at 1 to Junior, who went 2 for 4 last night. This guy's tough.
Yeah, and you look at his pitches right there, 28 in the first, and it's 12-10, 12-9, and now 8 here. And if he can throw a fastball at 96 where he threw that last one to Junior, it is going to be awfully tough for the Mariners. So hopefully they can get his pitch count up again at some point and get him out of this game.
One of a few 19-game winners last year in the American League, 19-9, a 3.45 ERA. Big breaking ball, and Junior is gone. A 1-2-3 sixth. Nasty breaking pitch from Verlander. He's got 5 strikeouts on the night, but the Mariners lead 2-1. Seventh inning action here in Seattle at Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Dan Wilson, and Mike Blowers. And how about, boy, the marathon continues in St. Louis. Pujols is on third base right now with 2 outs for the Cardinals. Mets holding a 1-0 lead in the 19th. The longest one game you played in was what?
19. Mike Cameron hit a home run. End it.
Scott Sizemore, Gerald Laird, Adam Everett, 7-8-9 here for Detroit.
You catch all 19?
No, no way. That's a that's a long time. I'm not sure. I think I probably caught the first 9. I probably got pinch hit for somewhere in that game.
Two and 1 to Sizemore, who's 1 for 2.
Wasn't part of your contract.
No, I just got pinch hit for and watched the rest from the dugout.
2 and 2. Brandon Lee starting to throw for the Mariners. Owen Smith has struck out 3, walked 3, given up a run on 3 hits.
I think it's been interesting, Dan, watching the game today with Ryan. Pretty obvious he has a really good changeup going today. And it looks like somewhere along the way he and Adam decided they're going to throw that a lot more than his fastball. So I don't know where that fits in with scouting reports and what you're doing, but obviously it's been a plus pitch for Ryan.
Absolutely. We've seen pop-ups. Kochman's caught 3 or 4 pop-ups over there along the foul side of first base, and he has outstanding, done a great job of keeping those right-handed hitters off stride, you know, and he's throwing that cutter too, which is going to keep those right-handed hitters honest inside. And you start mixing up the cutter in and the change up away. You know, we've had a guy by the name of Moyer that has done that for so many years, and that's just tough on right-handed hitters. It's just a tough pitch to adjust to, both of those pitches at the same time.
2-2 pitch up high, and I'm told that Albert Pujols just scored to tie that score at 1-1 in the 19th. An RBI single by Yadier Molina. 3-2 pitch. Maybe a base hit, and maybe more. It is Sizemore. Watches Ichiro retrieve it, and he'll shut it down right there. 2 base hit, leading off the 7th. Scott Sizemore. No relation to Ted Sizemore of the Dodgers back in the mid-60s.
It's a fastball right in the middle of the plate and down. Inside out swing into the right center field gap. I thought he had a chance for a triple, ended up shutting it down, and he gets a double.
Rookie Sizemore's 3rd double this season. There you go. Mets and Cards at 1-1 in the 19th inning.
Don Wakamatsu coming out of the dugout. 93 pitches so far for Ryan Rowland-Smith. He's going to Brandon League.
And after Gerald Laird, Adam Everett, the next 2 hitters will take a break. Ryan Rowland-Smith's going to leave with the lead. A man at second. Brandon League will take over here at Safeco Field. Two-one ball game, top of the 7th inning. Pitching change. Brandon League takes over, and there's the man at the controls. Will he get the word to open up the roof here at Safeco Field? Roof's been extended, keeping us covered from the elements. Skies certainly have brightened here. We look at Brandon League, 2nd time we've seen him now without the glasses. He said the glasses were slipping down on him, so I said, hey, let me go to the contacts.
You can see right there a little fake move to second. A lot of times they're not worried about the runner as much as they want to see if the hitter will tip anything, and Laird turned around like he was going to bunt. Certainly a bunt situation here in the 7th inning.
Stick by Adam Moore. Brandon League's 5th appearance. 1-0 record. 3.18 ERA.
Maybe they change it up now, blow the 1-0 count. Maybe he said if you feel comfortable swinging it and getting it more on the right side, maybe go ahead and take a chance.
I've always liked that play.
Sometimes it's easier to hit it over there than it is to bunt it, I'll tell you that.
Sometimes.
Laird gets it down. Will it go foul? Lopez picks it up. Throws. Stretch by Figgy. A good one. Nice play all around. Sacrifice gets down by Laird. Runner advances and they throw out Laird. So Sacrifice 5-4. One out. So you take a look at our Home Depot doing more on defense.
And a nice play by Lopez. You have to make a decision real quick. Is this ball going to take the cut and go foul? If you take a chance on it and it doesn't, you're in a lot of trouble. So a nice play by Lopez to pick it up and get the runner. Get the out. You're still up by a run.
Pinch hitter now for Detroit. Johnny Damon sent up there. Johnny last night 1 for 4 with a run scored. Infield comes running in. First pitch, strike one. League comes set. Here's the 0-1. Line drive, base hit. Tie ball game. Johnny Damon off the bench. So Johnny Damon, his second pinch hit RBI in his brief tenure as a Tiger, ties the score at 2-2.
Gets a fastball running right back out over the plate. Veteran hitter coming off the bench is going to be aggressive and hits a fastball back up the middle, tie the game.
Tie ball game, 1 out. Johnny Damon, good set of wheels on the base paths right now. Has not attempted a stolen base as of yet as a Tiger. Top of the order, Austin Jackson. Wilson can't get it. First and second, Tigers, and here comes Detroit. That ball was really hit hard by the youngster.
Tigers being aggressive, jumping on some fastballs. That pitch on the inside corner, but up in the zone. Looked like Jack Wilson had a shot at it. Just couldn't quite get there.
Adam Moore out in front of the plate there, Bloat, giving signs as to where he might throw if both runners take off here. Good speed on the bases.
Your guess would be?
My guess would be the third base.
I would think so. Jackson can really run, and nobody's holding him on. It'd be tough to get him unless he, I don't know, doesn't take off right away or doesn't go full speed in a second. I think your best shot would be third.
2-2 ball game. Big swing and a miss by Ryan Rayburn, who's 0 for 3 tonight. The inning started with Sizemore doubling to the right center field gap. Laird sacrificed him to third. Base hit Damon, the pinch hitter. And a base hit by Austin, and the Tigers have first and second, 1 out. Could not check his swing. 0-2. Big strikeout by Brandon Lee. 2 outs.
The league started him off with a couple of good fastballs and comes back to see the bottom drop out of that pitch. He's right over the top of it. Nice job by Adam.
That pitch, #1 swing and miss pitch in the American League last year. Not done yet. Here's Maglio Ordonez. A walk, a home run, and a line out, a fly out to left field. Given what you've seen from Mags tonight, how would you want the league pitching to this game?
Well, he got the slow breaking ball from Smith, hit it out of the ballpark. That was a first pitch sinker, and he fouled that one off. He's going to be aggressive here in this situation. There's no question.
1-1.
Type of situation that makes Mag such a good hitter. He can beat you the other way just as easily as he can pull it. He's just a tough out, especially with runners in scoring position.
Pulls one foul. couple of guys were saying he went back to basics. What Edgar Martinez told him, hey, use the whole field. And you guys know about what Edgar can do. Nice former batting champion in the American League. Big spot here. 2 on, 2 out, 1-2 to Ordonez. th inning in St. Louis. The Mets have put another run on the board to lead 2-1 with 2 outs. It's a long afternoon. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Jack Wilson to Figgy short way, inning over. So Johnny Damon off the bench. Big RBI ties it at 2-2. We go to the home 7th with Bradley, Kochman, and Moore coming up.
The entertainment capital of the Northwest.
And the Mariners' 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Sterling Savings Bank. Good night here at Safeco Field. Ruth has us covered, a 2-2 ball game. Let's take a look now at our Suzuki Kizashi game recap. Take you back to the first inning. Here's Franklin Gutierrez, the man on. Base hit to left. That scores Ichiro, who had reached on a double, stole third. Mariners had a 1-0 lead. Third inning, here's Sean Figgins. And Ichiro again on board. He had tripled. And this sacrifice fly gives the Mariners a 2-0 lead through 3. In the 4th, Maglio Ordonez. Make no mistake about that, an 0-1 pitch. His 4th home run, RBI number 9. 2-1 ball game. Top the 4th. Then in the 7th, here's Johnny Damon, fresh off the bench. He just got his World Series ring earlier this afternoon from the Yankees. And he comes off the bench with a pinch hit single to tie the score at 2-2. Ryan Rowland-Smith, his work today, 6+, 4 hits, a run. And there are the numbers as we look at Ryan Rowland-Smith's work today.
I thought Ryan did a really nice job today. A nice bounce back for him. Giving up just the 2 runs, but against a good hitting lineup, especially the Tigers, mostly right-handed hitters. Did a nice job of handling him. Had a really good changeup going today. Really kept him off balance. Don Wakamatsu after 93 pitches comes out and gets him, but I thought overall a nice performance by Ryan.
Absolutely, Flo. I think really you saw some strikeouts in there, some called strikeouts and some swinging strikeouts. That cutter inside as well, and we talked about it a little earlier. You combine that nice changeup that he showed with a cutter inside. It's a deadly combination. Did a nice job with it.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Beautiful night here in Seattle. About 28,000 on hand. 2-2 ball game. Be Milton Bradley, Casey Kochman, Adam Moore, 6, 7, and 8 for the Mariners. Bradley tonight strikeout and a pop to second. Ramon Santiago takes over at shortstop. Adam Everett was pinch hit for by Johnny Damon in the 7th. Ramon takes over in the 9 hole. 0-1 to Milton. In tight. 1-1. Brent Verlander 3-2 in 5 starts here at Safeco Field. A 4.19 ERA. Last year, perfect through 3, and then Adrian Beltre, a double in the 4th, broke that open. Mariners put about 4 on the board. Game early part of the season here at Safeco against Verlander. Went on to win the game. The 1-2 to Milton. Nasty curveball he's got. Throwing 95, 96, 97, and then have some of this.
Back door is a breaking ball. Looked like it's just off the edge of the plate.
Looked like Milton maybe thought it was a strike.
I thought it was interesting. We're at the break, Dave. I asked Dan after watching Don Wakamatsu coming out and getting Ryan Rowland-Smith, have you ever gone out to the mound when the managers come out and asked you what you thought? And I thought it was pretty interesting. Listen, Dan.
Up high 3-2. Did you go against Lou? You said no, he still got it, or what?
No, I said I think he can get you through the inning, Lou, and I felt like that was a decent answer because it gave the pitcher some credit, and thankfully for me, he did get through the inning.
3-2 pitch. Milton Bradley works the wall. It starts to the 7th.
It has to be such a tough thing because those starters, they really rely on you, and you guys kind of get this bond going, and then you have the manager coming out there and you feel like you have to be honest with him too. Tough place to put you in.
That's the definition of between a rock and a hard place right there.
Not bad. First walk issued by Verlander. Brings up Casey Kochman. Lined out the center, fly to left. Bradley 0 for 1 in base stealing thus far. Kochman 0 for 2. 7 for 34 on the season. Big upper deck home run at Texas last weekend. Verlander struck out 5, walked 1. Giving up 2 runs on 6 hits. 31,647 here at Safeco Field. Verlander keeping tabs on Milton Bradley. He wins. His third base umpire Brian Knight, strike 1.
Take a look at it. It's off speed pitch. I don't know, Dan. I look at those things and it seems like they always swing to me.
It looked like he went far enough to call the strike. Probably a good call by the umpire. In this situation, Casey's trying to get that hole. He's got that hole wide open down there. He's trying to get out there on a pitch and try to pull it through that hole, and he got out a little bit in front and couldn't hold up.
It makes it tough because you're trying to get out in front of a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and he throws you an off-speed pitch at 82.
0-1 to Kochman with Bradley at first. Pulled it, but foul.
Off speed again, blow, and he's out in front again.
That one a little bit easier to handle because he left it up.
Verlander, Virginia native, lives in Lakeland, Florida now. 0-2. And 2 strikes to Casey Kochman. On deck, Adam Moore. Base runner the Mariners have had since the 5th inning when Ichiro got his 3rd hit of the night. Runner goes. Throw by Laird. It is not in time. Stolen base, Milton Bradley. His first as a Mariner. 2-2 the count to Casey Kochman.
Well, a couple things. Nice job by Kochman to lay off of this pitch down and in. Nice jump by Bradley. Laird has a good throwing arm.
Bradley in scoring position. 2-2 count. Pretty good speed at second.
Tell you what, guys, that was a nice play by Gerald Laird. He had to stay in there on that breaking ball down and into the lefty and then come out firing. You have to kind of clear yourself from the hitter because your right arm's going to hit him if you don't.
Kochman to right field. Going back for Ordonez. Can't get it. Here's Milton. He went back to check. They're going to wait for around a third. And he scores. They have Kochman hung up. But the Mariners have a 3-2 lead. Kochman in a rundown as Inge will tag him out. But Casey Kochman, a big spot right there. A 2-base hit and an RBI. And the Mariners are back on top 3-2. Rayburn made a heck of an effort out there. He's out there for Maglio Ordonez and could not come up with it.
We take a look at it. Milton Bradley does the right thing. Cochran puts a pretty good charge into this pitch. Rayburn goes back and actually is going to hit off of his glove. So there wasn't anything that Milton could do. He has to be able to get to third if he comes up with a catch right here. Goes off the heel of his glove. Milton turns around, ends up scoring on it. Probably confused Kochman a little bit. Take another look at it. That's exactly what you want to do. You have to make sure that you can get the third. Milton was able to do that, and then he scores on the play. But Casey probably thinking the throw was going to end up somewhere around home plate. Sure. Gets caught off at second base.
Kochman is retired. He's got a double and an RBI. Retired 9-6-5. 1 out. A run in for Adam Moore. So it's called strike 2.
We're talking earlier about Casey trying to get around in that 95-mile-an-hour heater. That was the heater, and he just drove it right over the right fielder's head. Some good hitting.
Yeah, early he's trying to hit the hole, but then it even becomes more critical once Milton's able to get down to second base with nobody out. Really have to pull it. Nice piece of hitting.
2-2 to Adam Moore. 0 for 2 this year. 2 for 18 on the season. Phil Koch. There's Amaya. Mike, what did you say about Zamaya? I heard he was up around consistently up around 100 miles an hour again. Huh?
And he's throwing a curveball, which he did. He'd mix it in every now and then, but he's throwing a lot more, especially early in counts.
Right now, Adam Moore putting up a good battle against Verlander. 2-2, fouled off a couple of pitches. 1 out here in the 7th, so a walk has come around. The first walk given up by Verlander has come around to haunt him here as Bradley scores on the RBI double by Casey Kochman. 2-2 to Moore. Got him. Strikeout number 6, 2 down. 2 outs now in the 7th. Take a look at the Quest High Speed pitch brought to you by Quest High Speed Internet. Verlander, not surprising, at 97, and Ryan Rollins-Smith around as usual, 92. Verlander about to throw pitch number 101. Jack Wilson singled to center in the 2nd, thrown out trying to steal, and then grounded out to short in the 5th. Longest outing by Justin Verlander at Kansas City and at Cleveland. He went 5. Here he is in the 7th, and he trails 3-2. Popped up, playable. Shortstop Santiago is back there. That'll do it for the Mariners. But Milton Bradley started it. A walk, a stolen base. Casey Kochman drove him home with the double. It's 3-2 Mariners. First pitch back at 6:11 Pacific time. Tell you can visit the official online shop of the Mariners at mariners.com. Browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. Get your gear from the official source at mariners.com shop. Accept no substitutes. Mark Lowe takes over. Third pitcher tonight for the Mariners. And he'll face Cabrera, Guillen, and Inge. Another one-run game for the Mariners. Good matchup here, boy. Power on power. Mark Lowe in game number 5. ERA under 5. Been consistently 96, 97 miles an hour. Has been getting that slider over. Miguel Cabrera. Cabrera led Detroit batting average, on base percentage, home runs, and RBI last year. And on the ground to Figgy, stays with it. Big out, one down. Figgins throws out Cabrera. Next up is Carlos Guillen. Boy, you love getting a big horse like that. Get him out of the way early.
Lowe threw him a couple of really nice sliders and got him reaching on that pitch and kept those sliders down and away from him, and really two very nice pitches.
Carlos switching. Walked his last time up. He's 0 for 2. Another good pitch. Certainly the word. Everybody knows that Lowe's going to be a guy that's going to be banging it in there pretty hard, so he goes the other way.
A couple of off-speed pitches to Guillen. If you're able to keep those pitches down like he has so far, that is so difficult because Guillen sees the first pitch 97 miles an hour. You try to get it cranked up.
Oh, 2 strikes. Mark the other day, asked him what's your success with the slider of late. The difference has been his hand position coming out of when he comes to stretch. He's kept his hands a little bit lower here, right around the belt. So it's made a big difference for him. Two and 2. One out here in the 8th. Mariners lead 3-2. Casey Catchman. RBI double in the 7th, scoring Milton Bradley. This after Johnny Damon came off the bench in the top of the 7th with a big RBI single pinch hitter. Flicks that into the gap with Dietas. Cuts it off. Guillen will get back. One out base runner here in the 8th for Detroit. Time now for our U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game. Franklin Gutierrez, first in the American League with 6 multi-hit games and second in the AL with a .404 batting average. Young man is off to a great start, and I think for the time being he's going to be locked in as the number 3 hitter. Scotty Posednik was the leading hitter starting today for Kansas City. Strike 1. Brandon Inge twice popped out to Kochman, and in between grounded out to Jack Wilson. One and one. Dueling train horns out there. 8th 9th inning at Safeco. Great crowd, 31,647. Salute to Armed Forces Night. Two and one. Well, according to the tracer, he's been pretty much money.
Home plate umpire Greg Gitz has been calling the high strike.
Here's the 2-1. Infield set for double play. Folding. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Inge. Inge 0 for 3 last night. Big spot here for Lowe. 2-2. Did not go as they check down to Scott Barry, the first base umpire. So count runs full to Inge.
Well, this will be interesting to see if they decide to send Gann on a 3-2 pitch. Inge, he'll strike out. If he does, I think Adam will have a good chance of throwing him out. But sometimes you do go ahead and do it because you just want to stay out of the double play.
Low count set. The 3-2 to Inge. Runner doesn't go. And he missed.
Wow. That looked like a pretty good pitch. Again, a nice slider. Right on the outside corner. Doesn't get the call. All of a sudden, Greg Gibson decided to tighten things up a little bit, but some good pitches by Lowe.
Inge had been anxious on that 2-1 slider and swung right through it. Mark was hoping for the same there. Inge showed a little discipline and laid off that pitch. Surprising.
So difficult to try to explain as a hitter, especially a right-handed hitter in that situation, when you have to be ready for 96 miles an hour to lay off that pitch. I think it was the right pitch, and he made a good pitch on it. He just didn't get the call.
Yeah. Here's young second baseman Scott Sizemore. Tigers minor league player of the year last year. 308, 17 home runs, 68 runs batted in. He's doubled and singled in his last 2 times up. He's 2 for 3. In there for strike. Pinch hitter on deck. Alex Vila. Left-handed hitter. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Mariners. 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Detroit. 2 on, 1 out. Bouncing ball, Lopez, scoop. There's 1 for Figgy. For 2, scoop, got him! Wow! What a double play! Casey Kutchman with another spectacular dig as they go around the horn. Good job by Lopez on the scoop. Good throw. Figgins hangs in and Kutchman digs it out. Mariners hold on to the lead at 3-2. They're cheering for Ichiro. He's a home run away from the cycle. Ichiro, Figgins, Gutierrez, 1, 2, and 3 against Phil Koch, the former New York Yankee. Ichiro, ground rule double in the first, a triple in the third, a single in the fifth. They have a certain place they want him to hit it. Area 51, home run for the cycle, the 1-0. Always a treat watching Ichiro and Junior go at it, and particularly their last round of batting practice. Watch them both launch into the upper deck seats during batting practice. And Ichiro can get something here against Koch, the 1-1. Tight, 2-1. You're 3 for 3 tonight, 2 for 5, 2 runs scored and a run driven in last evening. Two and one. You in for the cycle?
Never did. Nope.
Mike, you did, right?
Yes.
Once or twice?
One time when I was with the A's in Chicago. Danny, you're looking at me like, how'd you ever get a trip?
That's exactly. I was just being polite, not asking.
Here's the 3-1 Ichiro. Walked in. I know you have the inside the park grand slam. I know we were talking about that over the radio side. How much oxygen did you need?
There wasn't enough in the stadium, I'll tell you that.
I know the guy on first didn't have to worry about you running up his back.
I would love to get a picture of you as you're picking up the third base coach and he's waving you.
That's a long way around there. 360 feet never looked so far.
They're showing Figgins. Ichiro has one stolen base tonight. He stole third back in the first inning. Figgins drove in a run, third inning with a sacrifice fly. Strike called. Backing out. David Ardsma getting ready here. Another run wouldn't hurt. Showed bunt. 1-1. Good spot here to make something happen. Ichiro's on first. Figgins at the dish with Gutierrez, Lopez, and Griffey still to come. Engine at third. 1-1 to Figgins. Good pitch by Phil Koch. 1-2.
Sometimes you get the long backswing from some of these guys, and Figgy gets the catcher right there on the helmet. That'll wake you up.
Ball and 2 strikes. Two. Koch came over to the Tigers with Austin Jackson and Ian Kennedy from the Yankees in exchange for Curtis Granderson last December. Koch went 4-3 with the Yankees last year, 4.50 ERA in 72 games. Two and two. Goes the other way. Nice stop by Cabrera. And Another good play at second base by Ramon Santiago. Boy, that is a big out. Ichiro retired. 3-6. Figgy reached on the fielder's choice. 1 out. Hey, it's being called one of the most unique giveaways in Mariners history. Saturday, May 1. Mark it down when the Mariners meet the Rangers. First 20,000 fans take home an Ichiro designed T-shirt. The shirt's been designed, tested, and approved by number 51 himself. For tickets, visit mariners.com. Jim Leyland's going to come out. Make a pitching change. We got Franklin Gutierrez coming up. Goody tonight 1 for 3. Joel Zamaya is going to come in. Back with more right after this at Safeco Field. Trying to get another run or two on the board, and a reminder later on tonight, catch Casey Keller and the Sounders FC in Major League Soccer competition against the Kansas City Wizard. Going to bring you immediately to that ballgame following Mariners Live postgame right here on FSN and FSN HD, and so a lot of fans doubled up. Fantastic finish to that contest earlier here in Seattle. Here's Franklin Gutierrez against Joel Zamaya. Goody 1 for 3 with an RBI. Zamaya had some injury problems, but when he's healthy, he's up around 100. Matter of fact, Mike, I think 2 years ago, he top 101 we saw.
101. Turn it up a notch. He was getting loose, throwing 99. There you go.
Maya, Chula Vista, California. Had season-ending surgery last August, 3rd straight season. He's missed because he's been on the DL. To Goody with Figgins at first. Watch, see where Laird had to catch that one.
And he really had to reach for it. You know, Zumaya actually did a good job of getting the ball to the plate pretty quickly there. I think he's thinking about second base, and he did a nice job getting the ball to the plate, but he pulled it with him, and Laird really had to reach out and grab that 99 in the left-hander's batter's box.
Unusual to see a power pitcher go to a slide step.
2-0. Figgins goes, pitch, strike, and he's got that base stolen. Figgins now 4 out of 5. And our Amica hit zone, for every hit the Mariners score from now through the end of the season, Amica Insurance will donate $10 to the Boys and Girls Club of Bellevue. Thanks, Amica. So Figgy at second base. 2-1 to count to Gutierrez. 1 out here in the 8th. Base hit left field. Coming on Carlos Guillen. They're waving Figgy. Here's the throw to the plate. It is not in time. Gutierrez comes through again. And the Mariners have a 4-2 lead. Goody with his second RBI tonight.
He gets a fastball running in off the plate. He has really swung the bat well, especially with men in scoring position for the Mariners. Just another base hit for him. Good throw by Gann. You'll see Figgins reach back with his hand to touch the plate.
Here's Jose Lopez. Ball one to Jose. So 98 miles an hour, and Goody turns it around. RBI single. That's 2 RBI tonight, 8 for the season.
Guess I'll tell you what really set that up was Figgy was just waiting for Zumaya to pick up his leg so he could take off. He did. He got to second base uncontested basically, and then Goody drove him in. That's just good base running by Figgy, and that's what a good veteran base runner will do for you.
Good run charge to Phil Coke. One and one to Lopez. 1 for 3 tonight. How about that? Red numbers. 100 miles an hour. 1 and 2.
Those are big stolen bases too. When you're in a tight game, everybody knows you're going to go. It's just a matter of what pitch are you going to go on. We just talked about Zumaya, the pitch before, going with a slide step. And then when he takes off on it, happens to be the one where he actually goes with the bigger leg kick, trying to find the strike zone.
All 3 stolen bases by the Mariners have resulted in runs tonight. Strike 3 called. Lopez is gone. 2 outs. Let's see. Ichiro stole third. Came around and scored on the Gutierrez base hit. That was in the first inning. Milton Bradley, a walk, stolen base, scored on the double by Kochman. Figgy reached on a fielder's choice steal, scores on an RBI by Goody.
And the other run was from a triple by Ichiro.
Right.
So the speed of the Mariners played big tonight.
2 outs. Here's Ken Griffey Jr. Jr. fielder's choice, couple strikeouts. Maya certainly is consistent when he's, and this is a cool night. Imagine what this guy's going to be doing on a nice hot summer night.
That one there, 101, Dave.
Five of his 9 pitches have gone for triple digits. The 0-1 to Junior. One and one. What's he sitting on here?
I don't see how you can ever get off a fastball if he's throwing 100 miles an hour. Just a matter of taking the breaking ball like Junior just did, but I think you really have to just be ready to hit the fastball.
One and one. Ken Griffey Jr. Gutierrez at first. Missed. 2 balls, 1 strike.
You know, the other thing, Dave, is he hasn't shown that he's thrown his breaking ball for a strike at all. And there's no reason to sit on anything other than a fastball right here because it's the only one he's thrown for a strike all night long.
Joel Zumaya against Ken Griffey Jr. 2 and 1, 2 out, runner on, run in. To center field, backing up Jackson. He's there, but a productive inning for the Mariners. RBI for Gutierrez, his second of the night. Figgy with a big play, and time to bring on the DA. 4-2 Mariners. Vila pinch hitting. Coming off the bench this year is his first pinch hit appearance. There are his career numbers. He'll be followed by Ramon Santiago, and then to the top of the order, Austin Jackson. Swing. Hartzman got a save Wednesday night. Inning of scoreless baseball with one strikeout, saving the win for Vargas in a 4-2 win over Oakland. The 1-2 struck him out, one down. Boy, Hartzman is dealing the DA indeed.
That letter high fastball there, 94 miles an hour. It's a tough pitch to lay off of, and just a nice pitch running it up there.
Here's Ramon. I'm sorry, Dan.
Get that first out.
Gotta have it. Ramon Santiago in his 8th game now. It's 4 for 15. Came on to take Adam Everett's place after Johnny Damon pinch hit for him in the 7th. 1-0. There's a strike. Oh, it's amazing to watch a guy bloom into a top shelf performer. Here's a guy that bounced around on multiple teams, David Hartzman. And now 38 out of 42 last year, 4 for 4 this year. He's one of the real dependable closers in baseball.
You never know when it's going to click for somebody. He's always had a good arm. Comes over here, gets together with Rick Adair and John Wetland out in the pen. Gained some confidence right away.
A 1-2. There's a new wrinkle. Hartzman works quickly, gets a sign, let's do it. 2-2. Started his collegiate career at Penn State. A lot of the veteran players, when he was a freshman, said, hey kid, this program's going nowhere, you need to get out of here. He went down to Rice, and he's been in the major leagues since leaving Rice. Pitch. Milton Bradley had him played just right. 2 down. So the Mariners 1 out away from going to the 500 mark. Crowd on its feet, 31,647. And they are cranking the noise meter. The hitter's going to be Austin Jackson. 1 for 4. He struck out swinging and looking. Ball 1. Hartzman ready. All 2. A little amped.
He is. He's out there. He's feeling it right now. Got the fans on their feet, and he's got some adrenaline pumping.
Lopez in at third. Pitch in there for strike 2 and 1. Lopez just outside the cutoff. Now he backs up even with the bag at third. 2 and 1, 9th inning. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Dan Wilson, FSN crew, the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2 and 2. David Hartzman. 2 outs. Top 9. The 2-2 to Jackson. Inside. Count runs full. On deck, Ryan Rayburn. Here we go to 3-2. To Jackson. Fouled off. Mariner team has really turned it around since coming home. Take 2 out of 3 from the Athletics. Won the first game last night. And you can see the numbers Any of us have grades like that in the 90s? I don't think so. The 3-2 to Jackson. Popped up, playable. Ichiro's there. Case closed. Mariners win 4-2. The DA's 5 for 5, and the Mariners are at 500 at 6-6.
Set up nicely for the Mariners today. Some really nice starting pitching from Ryan Roland Smith, matching Verlander. Turn it over to the bullpen. Always a good idea. And then the speed of the Mariners today. Big and scoring some runs. Ichiro having a nice night with 3 hits, including a triple. Mariners win another series now and a chance for the sweep tomorrow afternoon.
Really good stuff here tonight, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the way the pitchers came out. They just wanted the ball. They wanted to get after it. They had a nice pace going, a nice rhythm tonight. And we saw the DA there coming in there, wanting the ball, wanting to get it into that catcher's glove and get this thing rolling.
Good stuff. 4-2. Mariners win it. 4 straight wins. They go to 6-6. Detroit drops to 6-5. For Dan Wilson and Mike Blowers, I'm Dave Sims. We send it outside to Royal Brougham, where Brad Adam is standing by. Brad?
All right, Dave, thank you very much. Yeah, this win is so big as the Mariners win their 2nd straight series. It pushes us outside. We're at the northwest corner, the northwest entrance here at Safeco Field, on the corner of Occidental and Royal Brougham. The fans streaming out behind me in a very good mood.